yap.
I'm a yapper. We'll be good.
Okay, I'm going to do my intro. Okay, you ready though? You're good?
Yes.
Okay.
Introduce me.
All right. I think, yeah, that should
is
be
it?
good. I think, huh?
Mm.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway. Okay. Hello there. My name is Sandy, and I'm the host of the Golden Bohemians podcast, a podcast dedicated to exploring the minds and works of Calgarian artists to prove that beauty and creativity can happen anywhere. Our guest on this episode will be Joti, who is an actor, dancer, writer, and podcaster here in Calgary. I've had the pleasure of working with her on my own project, and everything from her professionalism on set to her talent on camera has made her someone I wouldn't be able to recommend enough as a director. Her ability to switch from comedy to drama to romance to tragedy and then back again seamlessly makes her a talent to behold. Through her work, she brings diverse stories to life, inspiring others, all while making a meaningful impact on her community. Welcome to the podcast, Joti.
Oh my God. What an intro.
Thank you. Yeah, every guest says that. Every
I
like
know.
and it's because I go so extra with
I
it.
know. I'm just like, girl, that's too many compliments. Stop.
Again, this podcast is called the Golden Bohemians podcast. It's because I bring people, like the artists that I truly like admire the most in Calgary, and I bring them to this podcast
Oh my gosh.
if they let me. there are people that are like, I'm too busy, and I'm like, that's totally fucking fair. But like, yeah, like I love the people that I bring on, and so I
Yeah.
want to give them the best intro I possibly can, including you, of
it.
course.
Compliments upon compliments. How am I supposed to survive life after this?
Just do what you've been doing. You've been doing good.
Listen, I don't get enough compliments in life.
Well, this podcast will hopefully change that because I want to do nothing but compliment you.
I love
and
it.
your work.
Give me like an hour of this. I'm good.
Oh, yeah. You just lay back. You don't have to talk. I'll just be like,
I'll be like, yes, let's go.
Okay, so basically, I want to first ask how you got into acting and like what kind of inspired that. Like that's like I know the basic question, but you do film and theater acting, correct?
Yes.
I know that's
do.
correct because I've seen you in theater and you've been in my film.
Yeah.
So I want to know why, like what got you into theater and film acting, and if they were separate experiences, film and theater.
Okay. They were separate experiences, but also, how do I even begin? It was an accident. A complete by chance. So I originally wanted to go into dance.
Okay.
So
Interesting.
Yeah, right?
So you started dance and then.
Yeah, so I unfortunately had a severe motor vehicle accident.
Was this is this not the one that you had 2 months ago?
No, this one was like 10 years ago.
Oh my God! Wait, how many more? Because we were okay. Wait, Joti came on and she was like, yeah, like I had like a thing that happened 2 months ago, and I was like, oh my God, are you okay? And she's like, yeah, I'm fine. And now you're telling me you had another one.
I had
like
a lot when
earlier.
I was a kid as well. Not due to me. I was a passenger, obviously. Even
Okay.
this one.
Yeah, that's not on you then.
Yeah, the one 10 years ago, I was rear-ended as well. It was at like a
Same place?
Yield. No, different place. I was on my way to dance practice.
Damn. Do you have like a
Yeah.
bumper sticker that says "Please rear end me"? Like what's going on?
Apparently, I'm just like, hello, let's go.
Damn, your luck was so bad with that.
I
That's
know,
messed up.
but I think it's good luck as well.
Okay.
Like in a weird turnabout way.
Okay.
But so I got into an accident and my entire right leg and everything, because I did ballet and contemporary.
Nice.
So it's like very cardio like work.
Yeah, you have to be very strong to be a ballerina.
Yeah. So I'm just like, that happened. And then I auditioned for University of Calgary dance program.
Oh, nice. I didn't know they have a dance program. That's cool.
They
Okay.
do.
Nice.
Kinesiology, dance, drama, music, everything all together.
Okay.
But I auditioned, didn't make it. And I'm like, you know what? That's totally fine.
Yeah.
It's fine. I'm
Yeah,
just
they're
gonna
lost,
give it a year,
whatever.
right? So the performing arts department was just like, would you like to take another class of anything? I didn't have to audition for anything there.
Because you already accepted to the University of Calgary, so you could just choose.
Exactly.
Cool.
I went from Mount Royal to University of Calgary.
Okay.
So it was like a whole thing. But did that, and I'm just like, oh, let's take drama. Why not?
Yeah.
Let's take a drama class.
That's
and
interesting. Like, wait, because like dance and drama, okay,
They're so
theater, they are similar in that like, I guess in auditions, I've just heard that if you have experience with dance, they're gonna be more likely to, I guess, bring you on if it's like a musical. I don't know, that might be a lie, but
if you have the experience, yeah.
Okay, but I wouldn't think that dance and like acting are the same
No,
thing. Like they're so
not.
different.
That's the thing.
So wait, I'm trying to get in your brain, Joti.
Okay.
Like what?
Yeah, I know.
Like
I don't know what was going on in my brain. I was just like, I was in psychology at the time.
Okay.
I wanted out of psych.
Okay.
I'm just like, I cannot sit around at a desk for the rest of my life because, I don't know if this is too dark, I will literally kill myself.
That'll be it.
Yeah.
You'll need
that's
psychology.
it.
Like, you'll need a therapist if you try to become one. Yeah,
If I continue on this path. So I'm like, I want out. Whatever I can get on my feet to do, that's what I want to do.
Nice. And was in your mind, was theater just the opposite of psychology for you?
I wanted to dance. I've always wanted to be a performer.
Okay.
So I'm very shy.
Wait, really?
I am.
They're not even being sarcastic. Like, are you?
I am. I'm super shy. I'm super introverted. Like, I don't like people.
That's the.
I know. Surprise. Hi.
Maybe you're not Joti after all. You got the wrong.
Oh my God. No, but
conspiracy.
It's like a whole thing. People are just like, if you don't like to perform or like you like to be alone and not be in front of people.
Yeah.
Why are you in acting? I'm like, I don't know.
You're also very
I'm really good at it.
The first time I met you was in an audition.
Yeah.
Like, I was auditioning you, and I was like, man, she's so confident. Like, she knows what she did. She's gonna play that role so well. And like,
fake it till you make it.
Yeah, no, really well. I guess you are just like an incredible. Like, I mean, we know this, but you're an incredible actor because you've tricked me. You tricked me into thinking you're this incredible, confident person. And honestly, what's the difference between tricking people into think you're confident, just being confident?
Exactly.
Is it internal? Like, because you tricked me, so then why not just feel confident?
Exactly, right? It's internal. I'm like, the more confident I am, people will believe it. Just like how if you walk into a building and you seem like you belong there, no one will question it.
Really?
If you go in looking suspicious and like being like, oh my God, I don't know what I'm doing, going this way, going that way, they're going to be like, they're going to come up to and be like, hey, like, are you supposed to be here?
Yeah.
And even if you're supposed to be here, people are going to be like, oh, you're acting really weird. If you just walk in with your head held high and you're like, I'm going over there right now, they're not going to question a single thing you do.
Yeah, you see, I walk into buildings and I'm supposed to be in, like, I'm not supposed to be in. So, like, that's my issue.
I do the opposite.
Well, there you go.
I'm just like, I'm supposed to be here. I am the queen. Let's go. Oopsies, I hit
Damn. This. Okay, so you decided, because, okay, wait, so you're a shy person at the time.
I couldn't even speak in front of people.
But you still chose, but okay,
Drama.
So you were a shy person and you were like, I love dance though, even though I'm shy. In dance, do you perform a lot?
I love performing. That's like the only thing in dance that I loved.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's the only, because people were just like, oh, you're probably ambivert then. But I'm like, the only thing I love is performing on stage. Not talking, not interacting, just dancing and feeling the music.
Okay. So it's like you're in your own world. It's not about the audience.
Exactly.
They're just there to witness.
Exactly.
Okay.
So when I went into drama and I just took like the base level course, I'm just like, okay, let's just take it. Let's get the experience. Whatever happens, happens.
Yeah.
And I started out so bad. I could not even get in front of the class and do a simple song. Because we're just like, I think the first thing we did in class was just
for drama?
For drama.
A song?
Yeah, they're just like, just sing any song. I could have sang the happy birthday song.
Okay.
I could have sang anything. Like, literally, if you're happy and clap your hands. Right?
Yes.
I blanked. I went in front of my class that I had been with for like a couple of days at that point, and I blanked.
That's totally fair, though. You've only known them for a couple of days, and they want you to sing?
No, I didn't even know happy birthday. They said you can just talk it. Don't even sing.
Okay.
I forgot happy birthday. It went out of my brain. I forgot happy and you know it. Any itsy bitsy spider. I forgot every single nursery rhyme I had ever known in that point in my life.
Wait, how old were you at the time?
I was 21.
So you've experienced 21 happy birthdays to you, and you forgot.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
I sang it to people too. I just blanked. I just stood there, and I had like a Pinky and the Brain shirt on, and my teacher was just like, "Just sing the Pinky and the Brain."
Oh, that's why you remember. I was like, I can't believe you remember what outfit you were wearing.
Because it was my favorite shirt. It still is. And he's like, "Just sing that," and I'm like, I don't know.
Can I be excused?
I almost like started crying.
Oh my God.
And it was like a whole thing. And
that's like scary. Yeah. That's fair. That's totally fair.
So like the entire class sang happy birthday. I'm like, what? And so like that was my first experience. I'm like, oh my God, I'm never gonna act ever again. Get me out of this class right now.
I'd have like issues listening to Happy Birthday after that. Like no, like on my birthday you can't sing that. Like I have issues. Oh
New
my
trauma
God.
Unlocked.
So that was your first experience ever performing in front of people?
With voice.
With voice, okay.
Well, actually in grade 3, first time, but I never want to do it again.
Okay.
But that was like me consciously remembering exactly very specifically what was happening.
Okay.
So
because grade 3 you don't really remember.
I remember it a little bit, but not too much.
Not enough for it to be embedded.
Yeah, like significant enough.
Yeah.
It's like it was just there. But that happened, and then I continued on with it, and then I auditioned for dance again the next year. Didn't make it again. And I'm like, you know what? that dream's dead. Whatever.
Damn.
I didn't.
Why were they strict? Were they
They're
just
so strict.
damn.
They're like looking for something very specific.
Yeah.
And obviously my body couldn't move in the way that it could, and I just was so in my head that like I wasn't like this. I wasn't present.
What do you mean in your, like, when you say in your head, you said not present? Does that mean you're like anxious and you're like nervous?
Yeah.
Like,
So
what
it's
does that mean?
I don't even know how to explain it. It's just like I wouldn't be engaging. I wouldn't look at someone's eyes.
Yeah.
I wouldn't like feel what you're feeling and be able to engage in a conversation.
Yeah.
It was just I was in my brain thinking too much, and it was anxiety.
And this was the audition you were at.
Yeah.
And you were just in your head. You weren't
Like just my entire life up until that point, I had been
Damn.
so in my head. 22 years
just in your head, just
Yeah.
not engaging, like internal.
with the world,
Damn.
and like at all.
Yeah.
Like this is trauma dump, but
No, like tell me.
no, but it's like my lore. Hi,
This is your beginning. This is your
Yeah.
your start, and now you're here, but you started here.
right.
Yeah.
It's like it's only been like what 6 years since then.
That's
but
a long time though.
yeah, like even then, it's like I graduated in 2021,
Yeah.
and in 2021, right before I graduated from the drama program in theater and everything,
Yeah.
I finally unlocked that little thing where I wasn't so in my head and I didn't really care what people thought about me,
Yeah.
and I was just myself.
This was after you. So this was after you graduated, like finished schooling.
Like literally 2 months before I graduated school.
So you have the exact like month on when you like unlocked that.
It's coming up. It's in April.
Damn.
Yeah.
What was it? The spring was springing, and you were just
No,
like, it's time to
Because
grow.
my teachers kept pushing me. They're just like, you got to get out of your head. Like, you're good, but there's something holding you back. And I'm like, I don't know what's holding me back. I was fighting them. Like,
Yeah.
literally, I was annoying my teachers.
Yeah.
My drama teachers. They're amazing. Absolutely love them.
Here in Calgary.
Yeah.
Nice.
And I still keep up with them and everything. And I wrote like a whole thing at the end of the semester when I finally unlocked that one thing to not be so in my head and just be present. And I was like, I'm so sorry. I was such a loser. Like, not in those words, but I'm like, I'm sorry. I was so difficult. I didn't mean to be. And she wrote back to me being like, no, you did good work. Good luck for the future.
Yeah. I mean, you were growing. It's not like you could have
Yeah.
just unlocked it day one and then been perfect ever
Right?
since. Like,
But it's like other people kept unlocking it earlier than I did. So I was just like, well, what's wrong with me?
was that a thing in theater school? Do you call it theater school? Like drama program? What do you
It
want
was
to
a
call
drama program.
it? Okay.
Yeah.
Should we call it theater school?
You can call it theater
Drama
school.
school? Like
We can
acting
call it
school?
drama school. We can call it theater because then there's also film school.
Clown
That's
school?
an entire different thing.
That's true. That's true. That's why I keep asking, like, in Calgary, because
Calgary,
like
yeah.
you did go to Vancouver Film School
Yeah.
to do. Was it acting or did you do the film
Acting
program?
for film and TV.
Film and TV.
Yes.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so it was still acting.
Yes.
But here in Calgary, you did the theater program. Okay. So you say that other people were unlocking it too. Was that like an actual like criteria or like a thing
No.
that everyone like a goal everyone had? Like unlock this and step 1, step 2.
Thing is, it's kind of hard to explain if you're like not
Yeah.
an actor, but like
Because I'm not.
yeah,
really.
right. But at the same time, like you have that creativity flowing in you as a filmmaker, right?
yeah.
So you just sort of know what you want to do, and you don't care what other people think of a certain storyline, of a certain thing,
Yeah. I
Like,
mean, I still haven't
you-
gotten there. Like, I still care what people think. I need them to like it.
right?
Yeah.
But that's like different because I was so subconsciously like repressing everything at that point, and I mean
Yeah.
everything.
Emotions, like
Emotions, sexuality, just literally
everything.
I wasn't myself.
Like identity stuff.
Yeah.
Important stuff. Okay.
That would like help me,
Yeah.
but it just repressed so many things from my childhood
Yeah.
that I just couldn't unlock.
Interesting.
Yeah, so like people from a young age had that nurtured with them. Like my parents did a good job, but then again, society, Desi culture, Punjabi culture, like it's completely different.
Yeah.
And they
Certain
like
conditioning that happens.
It's
Yeah.
so bad, especially for women.
I did watch. You did, not to jump ahead, but Joti has a podcast
Oh my God, I
with her
do.
sister, and they did have an episode where they kind of talked about that a little bit, like the conditioning and like what was the episode called? It was unpacking this horrible society we live in.
Oh, yeah,
or
we
something.
had Sikhism and then we had unpacking the world that we live in.
Yeah, that one
Yeah.
that one I watched. And you know, Sikhism is a new.
That's the 3rd episode, Sikhism.
Ooh, okay.
So it's like just about Sikhism and like my culture that I grew up in.
Ooh, you know what? I'm gonna add that to my list, to my watch line. I'm just
Do
gonna put it in
it.
my notes. How do you spell that?
Sikhism.
Wait, say it slow.
SIKHISM.
What?
H.
I thought you said itch, and I was like,
Itch. I said it in a weird accent.
Yeah, what? Like tripping me up for no reason. H.
I. S. M. Sikhism.
Nice.
Yeah, Sikhi. Just honest.
My spelling is really bad for like everything.
It's fine.
Like
same.
I can't.
English is hard.
English is really hard.
Don't worry about it.
It's my first language, but yes, it's very hard.
It's not my first language, but I'm more fluent in it than my actual language. So
no, same though. I mean, like Spanish wasn't technically my first language, but I'm like, I'm sad. Like it's sad to like to look back and be like, ooh, you really can't speak that, can you?
I'm not like fluent, but when I'm around like grandparents and stuff, it just comes out.
Oh, interesting.
Give me like an hour, we're good.
Okay.
Yeah.
So on that note though of like identity and stuff, are you saying, because my hope is that always like people who want to pursue the art of the people I am interviewing would hopefully watch the podcast. I don't know if anyone's watching the podcast, but
it's okay. We do it for ourselves.
We do it for ourselves and like fun conversation with cool people.
Exactly.
But basically what you're saying is that like you weren't able to really unlock that like that thing of getting outside of your head until you understood what was internal about you, like your identity.
For me, yes.
Yeah.
Because that was a big part.
Okay.
In like helping me be who I am right now.
Yeah.
Because without unlocking certain things, I don't think I would be in this position.
Damn.
Like I would never audition
like on
for
this
anything.
podcast or just acting?
Acting.
Okay.
In general, because that would lead to this, right?
True.
Like every single thing I do, it's like a butterfly effect.
True. I wouldn't know you if you hadn't auditioned.
Right?
Oh, that would have been so sad. Oh my God.
Why are you taking a photo of my guy? Sorry. I don't know if they're taking selfies or photos in here. Like
yeah, like it got kind of loud. There's like a room like over there. That's what Joti is.
Sorry. I'm like getting
ADHD,
distracted.
getting
I'm like,
distracted.
I'm not diagnosed, but it's probably there.
You're like, it's
There's a lot wrong with me mentally, Sandy. Yeah.
Tell me more.
Well, I don't know. I've got depression. I've got anxiety. I've probably ADHD. I'm peer reviewed for autism.
Oh my God.
Like, there's so much, but
well, I mean, identity is a very like complicated thing, as we were talking about, and your journey in understanding it more. Like, obviously, it's still continuing. You're still young. How old are you? Remind me.
I'm 28, almost 29.
Still young. Anything 20s is young, in my opinion.
My body feels like it's 90. It's like
well, it's only because you got hit by a car, or your car got hit by a car.
Yeah, it was a truck.
Oh my God.
Like a smaller truck. Yeah, it was.
Jesus.
Yeah, I don't like.
You should get a bumper sticker that says "Don't rear end me," and maybe that'll
stay
work.
away.
Yeah, stay away from me.
Like what the hell, bro?
Damn,
I don't know.
That's still messed up, man. But yeah. Like. I still think that's pretty young, and like identity is still like an always growing thing. I don't know when you ever stop. Like I'd like to make a podcast with older people so I can be like, what the hell is going on?
Honestly, I don't think it ever stops because from what people are saying, like I doom scroll on TikTok a lot.
Me too.
So it's just like people are constantly asking older people saying, I feel 16, but I'm 25. And they're like, that never ends.
But I feel like the pandemic has like something to do with it. Like I like to think like,
no,
oh, it's the
even
pandemic.
before that. Like people are just like I talk to my mom a lot.
Yeah.
Because she grew up in a certain way, and I'm like, what do you feel like? She's like, my body feels like this, like her age.
Yeah.
But she mentally and internally feels younger, like in her 20s. Like she's still learning because she in the Desi culture, like you're sort of stunted a little bit as women, and she feels like she's just exploring the world. She's getting out there because. Me and my siblings are older now. Yeah. We're able to do things, take her along, and be like, let's go do this. Let's go do this. Yeah. Let's try this new thing. Let's go try this new restaurant. Let's go to this country. Let's do all this sort of stuff. Yeah. So she's still growing with us. So she mentally feels 20.
Damn.
Yeah.
And like, I don't know. That's so, to me, it's like scary that I would maybe be on my deathbed and I'd be like, I still don't know myself enough and then die. Like, that's scary.
It is scary, but if you take the steps to sort of figure little pieces out of yourself over however long you have on this earth, it's fine. Because like even at 28, I feel a lot better at myself, even though I have so much to unlock still. But I feel like I'm not missing out, even though I spent 22 years really repressed. So I don't know. It's just you just feel fulfilled and satisfied in a way. And then when you unlock other things, you don't realize you had that to unlock. And you're like, oh, okay,
we're good.
let's do this. Like,
Interesting.
let's fulfill this and like fill up that jar, let's say.
Yeah.
And keep going.
Nice.
Yeah.
On the podcast, you kind of talked about, you and your sister were both kind of like saying, yeah, like, I feel like I unlocked something, or I only got confident at 25 or at 20, or the age that whatever you guys were talking about. I think you said 25.
And for me, it was like 24, 25.
24, 25.
Yeah.
And I was like, interesting how it's like both of you. And I've heard that. Again, my doom scrolling on TikTok, I'll like hear like people say like, oh, like, yeah, like you don't, what do they say? Your brain doesn't fully mature until
25.
Until 25 or whatever age it is, you know? And I'm just thinking to myself, I'm like, how will that feel? Because like right now I feel like I feel like a person, like I feel like I don't know things, but like in like 5 years am I going to be like, I'm going to look back at this moment, maybe not this moment specifically like sitting with you, but like just moments being 19, whatever, and just be like, what was I doing? So it's like, what am I, like, should I do that?
Honestly,
existential dread.
For me, it was like, it wasn't instant. It from like 20 to 25.
Yeah.
I sort of slowly started realizing what the world was around me.
So it's not, because when you say unlock, I think unlock. So click.
It was like slow. It was like a little creek open, like slowly, like not even inch, it's like millimeter by millimeter.
Yeah.
Since I was 20, like I hit 20, and I'm just like, oh my God, there's so much going on.
Yeah.
That I had no idea about.
Yeah.
And then over the years, I just slowly let it into myself.
Yeah.
And you just like discover things. Just like, oh, okay, people are like this for this reason. And like for me, I just became more sympathetic and empathetic towards people because I was an angry child.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
But I just became. I'm just like, oh, okay. So they're not angry at me. They're just projecting that onto me because it's easier. They're mad about something else.
Yeah.
So that sort of makes me like, I don't know, just feel bad for people in a way.
Yeah.
So it's like just slowly everything just started making sense. And then at 25, I'm just like, huh. I sort of get it. I sort of get the world a little bit.
Makes sense.
Yeah. You just understand what people are going through because you're also going through it at the same time.
Did acting kind of like influence this a bit? Because you're saying you had this unlock feeling happen during like drama school. Yeah. Like did your time as an actor learning as an acting school and also doing other projects influence that at all? Like help?
Oh, I think it did. Yeah. Because the amount of characters that you play, different personalities, backstories that you have to get into, it just, for me, I don't try to do the method acting. Because it's kind of not the best thing to do, as we've learned through
We've seen some bad stuff happen.
Yeah, name drop. Just kidding, like that. But it's like it's like step into a character, you experience their life through their lenses, their eyes, and it's like you just discover things about yourself. Like I nitpick from certain characters throughout my life that I've played, and you just like try it out, and you just, I don't know how to explain it. It's just you just discover the world through characters.
Yeah. Do you ever like bring, because I like my favorite show is BoJack Horseman. I think everyone should. Do you know what I mean?
I know you. It's your favorite show. I haven't watched it. I'm sorry. I watched like one episode.
Get out. We're
you.
done. No, we're done.
It's
a really good show. Everyone should watch it. I will never stop telling people to watch it.
I watched one episode for you. That's it.
Thank you.
Just to be able to film the film that we did. So
perfect.
Exactly.
Anyways, but there is like a moment where the characters, he's like doing drugs, but like the other character's kind of noticing, and she says, "Oh, like, I think you're having trouble right now," because she doesn't know that he's doing drugs. He's like hiding it from her. And she's like, "Oh, are you like taking the character home with you?" Because they were both in like a show at the time. Oh, okay. So does that ever happen to you where you kind of like take a character offset with you? Like you adopt some of their mannerisms, you like become them a little bit. They get too in your head kind of thing.
For me, I'd like to think no, because I shake off as much as I possibly can before leaving a set. So I don't take it home with me, but I do ride the adrenaline high of like being someone else, doing things in a certain way, especially in theater.
Okay, but like during the actual act of being.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like I try not to take it home. Most of the characters that I play are just me. Okay. In a different capacity.
Interesting. Yeah.
Right? So it's like, because the best characters that you do are literally versions of yourself that you would never indulge fully into.
Yeah.
So like I've done like a whole villain arc.
Yeah.
That I just did this last October. Like I murdered this girl with a candlestick. It was absolutely fantastic.
So cool. Yeah, yeah.
But it's just like that sort of like evil, what is it, psychopathic version of myself that I don't indulge in. Like I just let it loose there.
So there are just because when people think acting, they think, oh, you become a different person. You left Joti behind, and now you are psycho murderer killer person.
For me, it's not that. It's just me, but exaggerated in a different way for the character.
So out of curiosity, what was Theorist like? Because the film that Joti was on was called The Theorist Who Cried Lizard People, my film. Was that just like the more uptight version of you? Like the more...
Yeah, that was more like taking control, adult manager version of me. So like if you ever work with me, so if people that actually work with me watch this, they'll be like, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. Because even at work, like I flip in between. Like I do the chill manager, just back, like, you know, just sitting on my chair, chilling, talking about whatever. And then when work needs to be done, instant flip. You see it on my face.
No longer fun.
Yeah, like the smile drops, the eyes do something. People tell me it's scary because they're just like, whoa, okay, manager mode, let's go.
Let's get to work. Yeah,
like I don't do it subconsciously, or consciously. Sorry. Oh my God, words are hard. I don't do it consciously. It just happens. So I don't know how to explain it. It's just there.
It just happens.
It just happens.
Interesting. So that's that. So okay. And then you also mentioned how actually we should probably take a break.
Oh, whoopsies.
Whoopsie, gotta go. But no, I wanted to talk about when we get back from our break. A little bit about what you said about the whole like on what did you say? You said you don't bring it home with you because you like undress it or you unpack.
I like shake it off.
You shake it off. That was the word. You shake off. Because even while you like before the break, I was like looking over. I'm like, it's recording, right? Oh.
I know. No, I was looking over there too. I was like over there. I'm like red. Yes, perfect.
It's the podcast host in you.
Right? It's just like the filmmaker in me.
It's the filmmaker. Oh my God. Okay. Let me make sure
you never turn off. It's just always constantly on.
It's my anxiety.
It's the anxiety. It makes us go. Makes the world run.
How's that song go? It's like popular right now on TikTok. It's like, my anxiety.
Oh.
Like the sun.
I just heard it before coming here. It was the first time I heard it.
Really?
Yeah. I'm not on that side of TikTok, unfortunately.
I don't even know. Like, TikTok makes me think that everyone's on that side of TikTok. So then I just sound like a crazy person when I'm like referencing
I say some
stuff.
things and I'm like, oh shoot, you guys are not on the gay side. I forgot. Me and my siblings, I'm like, oh, shit, guys, I'm sorry.
Like, they're not on that side?
No. My brother's on the anime side, so am I. But I'm also on the K-pop and the gay side. None of the two are on that side, so.
They could overlap, though, sometimes.
Sometimes, yeah.
Gay and anime. Anyway, welcome back from the break. Before we left for the break, I wanted to ask you about your shake it off thing you said.
Yes.
Like how you don't bring the character home because you, quote, shake the character off. What is that?
Okay, for me, because usually it's a costume. No matter if it's my actual clothes or not. Because for Theorist, I had the one outfit that was wearing the entire time.
But those were your clothes.
Yeah, they were my clothes. And the thing is, I didn't wear that shirt until months later because it still felt like Jessie's.
Interesting.
Yeah, so I'm just like, for me, it's a costume, so I shake it off or take it off.
Yeah.
Wow, and I mean, like that. Sorry. I like,
you can quote, use that.
Damn, I cooked with that one.
Joey 2025, yeah.
Quote me right there. But it's like, you take it off, and then you would notice me, like, I don't know if you noticed or not, but I pace or I stretch or go on the floor.
I didn't notice you on the floor. I mean, I was busy, but like.
Yeah, you were doing other stuff, but it's like, I love floor time.
Yeah,
for me, that's like, especially with my anxiety, and if I have anxiety attacks or panic attacks.
Yeah.
Floor time is my time, and it helps ground me.
Literally.
To me.
Perfect.
So it's like, if I can't do it in the place that I'm in and there's not enough room, I go in my car, blast the music that I love.
Yeah.
And I'm just like singing and like literally,
headbanging.
Yeah, it's like doing my thing.
So you literally do shake.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then when I get home, I fully I meditate in a way, and then I just lay down and I just listen to my music, or I'm listening to a show that I'm watching.
Yeah.
So fully get back in. But most of the time I don't go too deep unless it's like really emotional scenes.
Yeah.
that takes a little bit.
Has there ever been a scene that was like so emotional that you really had to go through your entire checklist of shaking everything off?
Yes. I was actually in film school, and it wasn't like a scene, but it was like.
And this was Vancouver Film School?
Yeah, this was Vancouver Film School. It was when we were doing a, a showcase of plays, and it was two sisters, and then I was one of the sisters who was older.
Okay.
And we had to pick a moment in their life and just act it out in front of everyone. It had to be 10 minutes long.
Oh.
Yeah.
Damn.
So for me, she had lost a kid.
Mm.
So that was a whole thing that I chose, and I really went into it, and I was bawling my eyes out for 10 minutes.
Was it like fake crying? But like
no. Thing is, so I had a trigger word.
Okay.
And I knew that it would work.
Okay.
Because
like a word you're emotionally like sensitive to. Okay.
You want to know the word?
Well, are you gonna start crying?
No, I'm not.
Okay.
Now I'm fine now.
Your eyes start getting watery.
Oh my
God. Okay, what's the word?
Mom.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
I know.
No.
I'm sorry. Did I? I got you.
Okay, I have a thing with
same.
Disney parents. Like
Yeah.
I know most of them are dead, but like that scene in Dumbo, like the old one.
I've never watched Dumbo. I'm so sorry.
Listen,
sorry.
there's a scene in
Yeah?
Dumbo.
Straight into the camera now.
There's a scene in Dumbo where like the mom is locked up in the cage.
Oh no.
And she has to leave her baby, like dragged. And the baby goes to visit the mom. And the mom can only comfort her baby by sticking her trunk out from the cage and rocking him back and forth. And the song "Baby Mine" cries. Plays.
Me cries.
Yeah, genuinely. So like, I totally get that. I totally get like parent sense, like, because like anything like that, I'm like.
I was away from my parents for the first time.
Oh yeah, that would do it. That would do it.
So I was missing my mom.
That would do it.
And I'm like, okay, I know for sure. So I didn't even practice the scene. I'm just like, whatever happens after I say mom is it. And instantly I walked, like we had to walk into the door. I did that. Like I took off my coat as a character.
Yeah.
And put it on the side where it's supposed to be. And I just like yelled out. I'm like, Mom, I'm home. And then I said it again and I just broke down. Instantly to the door.
Damn.
Curled up in a fetal position.
Because when you said mom, it wasn't like you were already like yelling angry.
No. I was emotional.
Okay.
Like,
you were emotionally going into it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I had to prepare myself and then enter at my like whatever pace I had to do.
Yeah.
And even that first one, it's like, Mom, I'm home. I broke down from there, and then I said it again.
Because you're not home.
Oh no, Sandy, no!
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh no! No, but seriously, I was like a whole province away.
Yeah.
Like I was born and raised in Vancouver, but my parents were in Calgary.
Was that the first time you were like properly away from your family?
I've never been away from my family before that. Not that I remember.
Yeah.
Or since.
Yeah.
But now it's just like, okay, I know the difference, and it just like it triggered me so much.
Yeah.
And I was like, I had to curl up, and I sang like, "You Are My Sunshine." Yeah. No. So like that was the ending of it. Because my teacher was just like, "You're at 10 minutes whenever you want to stop," and I sang that. People were crying. My classmates were crying.
Even just you telling me about it, I'm like, oh.
Yeah, like I was looking at like a fake ultrasound and everything,
yeah.
And yeah, it was a whole thing. And then that was the most emotional I've ever gotten.
Yeah.
And like I know I can go there, and then she's like, whatever you have to do. I'm like, you can talk to me. I'm just gonna lay down.
Yeah.
Lay down on the cold ground.
You went straight to floor time.
Yeah, straight to floor time, and I'm just like, you can keep talking. I'm listening. I'm just grounding myself.
Yeah.
So it worked from then, and then I've just been doing it since.
Damn.
For like 2.5 years now.
Was that the first time you did floor time, and that's what made you want to do it every time?
That was like officially when I adopted it into my routine.
Okay.
So like I absolutely love it. But before then, I was doing it every once in a while. I just knew like curling up or like being close
fetal
to
position.
Something. Yeah, it's like supporting my back of any sort was amazing for me. And that's all I knew.
Yeah.
But from then on, I'm just like, oh yeah, floor time.
Yeah.
And everyone's just like, yeah, we love floor time. I'm like, oh, thank God.
Damn. Was that when you adopted the whole shake it off thing, or was that the time when you needed it the most?
That's when I needed it the most.
Okay. Is shake it off like an actual term that people...
Yeah,
okay.
I think it is because I learned it in theater school.
Okay.
And they're always just like either step out of your character or like shake stuff off.
Yeah.
And like, my body automatically does it. sometimes. Like I'll get like a sort of like a shiver after I'm done like a scene or anything, and
I'll be that sounds like a possession. You're just being possessed
Maybe
through.
I am. Who knows?
Possessed through theater school.
It's the possession of the arts. No, but it's like it just happens automatically, and like I think it's a nervous system thing.
Okay,
like,
interesting.
Like if you think of it like medically, it is a nervous system thing to regulate yourself again.
Damn. Yeah, because I'll get like the shiveries, like when I'm cold or something.
Yeah, you're dysregulated, so you need to get back in, like, you know.
Yeah. Interesting. I didn't know.
It's an actual thing.
You took psychology, or you were
I did, yeah.
You did technically take it.
I did 2 years of it, yeah.
That's a lot of. You know things.
Yeah, I did personality and like disorder stuff. I did a lot of neuro as well. So
interesting. You do know these things. I feel like
very little
because you wanted to go into dance, which then ended up being theater to get away from psychology. Yeah. But somehow theater is and like acting in general is very psychological.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
And I'm like my minor in psych really helped me, especially with character development and character analysis that we have to do before you even get to set.
Yeah,
helps so much.
Would you recommend aspiring actors take some sort of psychology course if they're going to do acting?
Like either take the course or just people watch. Watching people is the most interesting thing ever because people like sit in a certain way. Like I'm sitting a certain way. You're sitting a certain way.
I'm sitting like
yeah. So like you can tell a lot about a person, even like walking or like they do anxious habits like biting their nails or like biting their lip. I do a lot of like biting my cheeks, which is really bad.
No, me too.
Yeah, it's so bad for you.
Is it?
Oh, yeah, no. It's a lot of anxiety. So it's like I know when I'm getting super, super anxious and I need to like calm down because like it's happening this week. Like the last 3 weeks of my life been a little hectic.
Yeah. Oh my god.
So I'm just like I need to find out a way to stop that, but they're still working on it.
Yeah.
But it's like watching people do it. Even as a regular person, watch people.
Yeah.
Because you're just like. You just make up a story about them. It's like, why are they yelling on the phone right now? Who are they talking to? Are they having an argument? Or are they just passionately talking about a topic?
Yeah.
It's like, and then you realize like how people hunch, how people hold themselves in a certain way.
Yeah. I like to get like, I don't know if you've ever seen like the Sherlock BBC show. Like
you mean Benedict Cumberbatch, my man.
Benedict Cumberbatch.
Yeah, we love him.
Specifically.
I love him.
He has his things going where what is it? The art, the what's he called? The deduction, the art of deduction. Yes. And he basically just like over analyzes everyone. Is like that person has like messed up shoes because his ex-wife is I don't know cheating on him from the side, and she steps on his shoes every time she enters in the night, or something and stuff like that.
It's actually true. Like it's really cool.
Yeah, and so you're doing that, but for like acting related reasons.
Because then there's like certain things. Like, oh my god, this is so hard.
Do your best. I mean, we're talking about a lot of like.
I know. I'm just like, I'm jumping.
Weird stuff that doesn't even like.
It's not real.
Know.
Like, well, it is real, but at the same time, everyone has their own thing.
Yeah, it's not like math where it's like 1 + 1 = 2. Obviously, it's more like
equals 5.
Oh, sorry. Fuck, guys. Joti knows best. Let's not question
I'm
Joti.
always right. I'm never wrong.
That's the main message.
Yeah, exactly. If you take anything out of this.
But this is psychological. Like that's what we're saying.
Yeah.
Like,
and it's all psychology. Like everything everyone does is psychology. Underlying.
Interesting. So it's really cool that like you left psychology just to kind of come back to it in a way, like a full circle.
Yeah.
Have you ever thought of that?
I have. Okay. Multiple times. I'm just like, oh, wow, maybe I should go back and do like my master's or something, because I have like a actual thesis now that I want to explore maybe in the future.
Was this your master's, like your psychology master's?
Yeah,
Were you getting a master's?
I was going to, but I wasn't. When I was young, at like 21, 22, I'm just like, I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't want to even do this right now because I hadn't lived life.
Right.
And now I'm just like, well, I sort of have an inkling of what I want to do, so I might go back, get a master's or PhD or something.
Yeah.
But right now, let's focus on me and acting and doing that, and then I'll do that on the side or something.
Yeah.
But like I've been thinking about it for like a year or two now. I'm like, maybe I should go back to psychology a little bit.
Yeah.
Just for funsies.
And is it mostly, you said for funsies, but is it also to kind of help your acting, or because you do genuinely have a thing for like psychology?
I absolutely love psychology. Like I am an advocate for therapy.
Yeah.
I love it. I've been, and I know it works, and I've seen people in my life go through a lot of stuff. Yeah. But
our parents' generation didn't have the whole thing where it's like it's more normalized like we have it now. So we kind of see
they're still a bit like iffy sometimes depending on certain things.
Yeah.
But it's like it has become more like open topic that
Yeah.
people are talking about, and I'm like, yes, I love this. Thank
Yeah.
you. Like I can say I have anxiety, and people are just like, oh, what does that mean? Like I'm gonna stay away from you. Oh my god. So you have depression. Oh my god, no.
Is it contagious?
Right?
Like, I don't know.
But now it's like everyone sort of knows, and I love it. But
Yeah, it's rare that like you'll see someone our age and you'll be like, yeah, I'm depressed, and they're like, oh. It'll
Right?
be more like me too. Like,
Let's go.
Come on my podcast and talk about it. Yeah, like that's what it'll be like.
But psychology, I feel like even going back, it's like it would help my characters. But overall, it's my own curiosity as a human being to explore like a certain topic that I want to like analyze and like see what happens.
Yeah, like it's the thing itself that's interesting to you as well. Okay.
I love brain stuff. It's kind of cool.
So you have your shake it off, and what are the steps exactly? You said floor time and then
literally shake it off.
Literally
music, getting back to me. So like whatever show or podcast or whatever I'm doing at that time that I'm listening to, I put on when I get home.
Okay.
Take a warm shower, have some tea, Sorry. I have pizza at the end of every set.
Yes.
It's my go-to.
It's a set food. It's a set food, to be fair.
Like every single time I finish a project,
yeah,
I order myself pizza or I make myself pizza.
Oh, like you don't even wait for them to bring it on set. You just go home.
I go home and have pizza.
We had pizza for you, Joti.
It's I know you
okay.
did. No, but like I did it at home too. Like it's my D-roll.
Yeah.
I just do it.
Damn.
It's like automatic
Why
at this
pizza?
point.
Do you just love pizza?
I just really love pizza.
Damn.
Like I've been telling people, I'm like, if I could only eat one thing for the rest of my life, pizza.
Pizza.
I love me some pizza, bro.
Because for Theorist, we had just like a one pizza day a week. We had a strict budget. We were so poor.
It's fine.
It's fine though. We
had a good time.
I treated everyone all right.
Yeah, you did. It was a good time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But so pizza is your thing. So these were all things you've just developed over the years of acting. Of like, oh, you know what, this feels good to do, so I'm just gonna add that to my list or my checklist, my schedule of stuff to do after.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
I just keep adding things. Right now I haven't, but so far so good.
So far so good. Like what you have works and you use that. Okay, because that's like a thing that I've noticed. Well, not noticed, but just some people will have a certain opinion on acting and what actors do, and it's like it's easy. You just go on a camera and just say stuff and then you leave.
That's what people think.
It's but not. It can be very emotionally taxing and like exhausting. Like I used to want to do acting before theater or before like film, before like wanting to be a director. I wanted to like act because that was the only thing they had in my middle school was like drama class, and so you would just act there. You didn't get to be a writer. You wrote your own stuff and then you just perform in front of your classmates. And so I liked acting, but a big reason why I kind of stopped doing it was because it was so exhausting. Like if I was tired on set, you can't be tired on. You got to pretend like your character maybe just won a marathon even if you're exhausted.
Exactly.
You know,
sometimes
maybe
12, 14-hour days.
Yeah, if you're exhausted and you got to put that all away and be the character or else, we can't continue filming. And it's also a lot of pressure.
Oh yeah.
Like if you're not ever able to get the character right, then we all got to sit here and be like, "Okay, how can I help you?" Like I don't know.
Usually it's only like 2 to 3 takes per scene as well.
Lizard People was different for that.
You are very generous.
Let's just say.
And that was more exhausting. Honestly, it was so exhausting.
I can imagine. Like you guys were so
takes,
nice.
I'm like,
you guys were so nice to let me do so many takes. It's because I have like so much anxiety as an editor.
Yeah.
I'm like, if I don't have enough takes,
have the options.
It's ruined. So I'm very grateful to you guys to be so nice. But like, you're right. Like 2 to 3 takes is the usual.
Like standard.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Like if you're a guest star or like a small role, sometimes even 1 take, 2 takes. God. If the main character, who are like the bigger celebrities, have already nailed their part, you better nail it.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you're out.
Oh my God, that's so much pressure.
It is.
And like, how do you deal with the pressure of like not feeling like you want to let people down? Because and I kind of want to know this as a director. Like, I always want to know, how can I help my actors? How can I make them feel comfortable? How can I help them feel accomplished in what's going on? Like, what would you want a director to do for you?
For me, I usually like my space. So like, if I have an area where I can just like put my stuff down, I can do my stretches, I can like go through and mentally prepare and physically prepare.
Yeah.
That's like the best thing ever.
Okay. So you don't need the director up in your space. Like, how can I help you?
No. Okay. It's like, you can talk to me like, just ask me, like, how you did. It's like,
Okay.
you know, whenever you're ready, we can go.
Yeah.
It's like a lot of directors do that. It's like just approach actors because we are emotional and we're like literally trying to like open everything, right?
I mean, your job is your emotions,
Yeah,
so you gotta be.
unfortunately.
Yeah.
But it's just like being like, hey, whenever you're ready, like I have a few things to talk about. And I'm usually like pretty quick with it. I'm like, yeah, let's go for it. Let's talk. And then I'm like, okay, hey, I need like a minute or two.
Yeah.
And then if you back off, give me the minute or two and we're good to go.
Yeah.
Because like we do our, what's it called? Character analysis way before.
What is that? Could you explain?
So basically when I get a script, I read the script and then
Yeah.
I highlight my character.
Okay.
And then after that, I've read the script a bunch of times. I go into like a Google Doc and I write the character's name.
Yeah.
And then whatever information I've been given. So like, she's 25.
Yeah.
She is like a brunette because I'm a brunette.
Yeah.
She has brown eyes. She has brown skin. Like very like detailed like that. So
Yeah.
it's like age, gender, sexuality,
Just
like
everything.
yeah, everything.
Okay.
Write it down. Like I have a checklist that my teacher has given me, and I just follow that to this
Yeah.
day. And then anything extra you want to add, you just like. I always make my characters cafe and bookstore owners.
Always?
Always.
So with Jessie in Theorist was a cafe and bookstore.
Mm-hmm. Because her Nana let her.
Wait, you have like a whole like
I do.
Wait, I kind of want to hear something. I
knew you would.
Oh
I
God.
knew it. I didn't even review it, but it's like I can still remember it because
Yeah, because you don't tell the directors.
No,
Well, you
that's
didn't tell
all-
me at least.
it's all the actors.
Interesting.
Like it's all background story that doesn't need to come up
yeah.
unless it does.
So actors are kind of like writers too, aren't they?
Yeah,
Like, you
we create our own things.
Damn.
Like it could be completely the opposite of what the director or writer wanted for the character,
Yeah.
but it's like a little secret that we have.
It's like a little
Yeah, it's like every character has a secret that I've played.
interesting.
So I usually never tell anyone any of the secrets, but you know.
So they're all like. So every character has their own secret, and that will influence how you like.
Yeah.
Act.
Because like let's say like my psychopath character, she
Yeah.
had a deep-seated thing where she wanted. Actually, I don't even know if we could talk about it because I don't know. Did I sign an NDA? No, I didn't. It's fine.
No.
But it's like I made her because she kills a girl and she takes her friends away from her.
Yeah.
So I made it like she was bullied growing up and then she switched schools. So like that's my secret. She was bullied.
The bully.
And then she
was bullied.
became the bully.
Yeah.
And she became like the main bitch, main character, being like I see myself in the main girl.
Yeah.
I want her gone. I want her friends.
Yeah. And
So
do you really remember all of these details in the moment of performing?
No, that's why you do it before.
Okay.
So it's just like already in you.
It's
and
psychological, like it's internal, like
Yeah.
Unconscious.
like I do it at like 2, 3 a.m.
Oh my God.
It's when I do my best work.
Okay.
It's like the most unhinged.
when do you sleep?
After that, at like 4 a.m.
How many hours of sleep do you typically get?
I try to get like 8 to 10.
Okay. So you just wake up a little later.
Yeah, like
Okay.
those types of days, I usually get 4 to 5. It's fine. But I try to do it on like I try
Okay.
to stay awake on a day where I have the time to be able to sleep in. And,
Okay.
like, full rest. for
Okay.
the
So you're
next
good.
day.
You're fine.
Yeah. Like
You're just
I
living off
plan it.
2 hours of sleep every day.
No, I would die. Like
You
oh no. That makes me scared.
Anything less than 6 for me, and I can't.
Anything
function.
less than 8 for me.
Less than 6.
I'm screwed.
Like-
Like it's ridiculous.
okay. So,
Yeah.
wait, what were we talking about?
Character analysis.
Right. The character analysis.
Like I do like 5 to 6 pages, maybe less, depending on the character.
And it's just front to back, like a full. Like how do you
It's
do
like a
this?
full page.
Is it like jot note? Is it?
I do, like I do notes, like just dashes or whatever, and I just write it down quickly. I don't do paragraphs
Yeah.
because my brain doesn't work like that. I hate it. It's like an essay,
Yeah.
and I just like the.
It's probably hard to review too if it's like
Yeah.
a paragraph. Yeah.
And it's like I don't have to review it too much, but I still bring it to set so I can be like, okay, this is the character. This is
Yeah.
where I'm gonna be today. This is the scene I'm doing,
Okay.
and then just get to it.
So it's not that you need to remember all these things and incorporate every single fact into your performance.
Yeah.
It's more just it's internal, and so then when you're acting, you trust that your subconscious brain would
Yeah.
act in the way that like
Yeah.
the character needs.
And then plus on top of that, we have like a actor's thesaurus, where it's just like you say things in a certain way. Because in real life, we don't think about how we're gonna say something; it just comes out.
Yeah.
But for acting, it's already on a page.
Yeah.
So it's just like, maybe I want to convince you
Yeah.
into something. But it's like, convince is such a vague thing to do.
Yeah.
So like, how would I do that? Right?
Yeah.
So it's like, literally, it's a thesaurus to be like,
Is this an actual book?
It's a book.
Oh.
Like, you can search it up. It's
Wait.
thesaurus.
Let me write this down, because
yeah.
a director could hypothetically use this
you
to
can
communicate better with actors.
Yeah. So it's just like, you can do, like, that's why if you say to actors, I want you to do it in, can you be like more shy with it or something? So it's just like, it might be easier to, instead of saying shy, it's like, can you be a bit more timid?
Yeah.
You know, it's a different way.
They're more descriptive?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's just like, it's just easier.
And that helps.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And
interesting.
The line that people usually use is, I blank you. So you would use like whatever word you're using. It has to be one word per sentence or per punctuation.
Wait, like the director will say, I blank you?
No, the actor will. So what is it? I don't even know. This is like so hard to do.
My director brain's confused. My
it's so hard to do without like a script. But like, let's say
I should have brought lizard people.
Right.
Get you right back into that trauma.
I could have brought it. I have like a whole thing. It's like in a sleeve.
Yes.
But like, let's say one of my lines for my last thing was, "Don't do that."
Yeah.
So that's one sentence. Don't do that. Okay. Period.
Okay.
So for that sentence in those, 3 words?
Don't do. Yeah.
Right through. Like, I could be like, I can stab you. Like, okay. I stab you. Don't do that.
So wait.
So it's just like a way to say it. So like, it's not even aggressive, but it's aggressive, but you feel it. Like, it's like, don't do that.
Don't
like
do
you're
that.
stabbing someone. It's like, don't do that.
I
like,
stab you.
Yeah, but then poking is like, don't do that. Don't
like
do
how
that
thing makes you feel.
How I want you to feel.
How I want you to feel. Like, don't stab me. Wait.
Yeah. It's like, no, and don't do that. Like, when I say it, like, don't do that.
Those are stabbing words. Like,
this is not
feels
stabbing.
Like,
this is completely different. It's like, when I say it, like,
oh,
don't do that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's a stab.
Yeah.
But then, don't do that.
Yeah, that's like more of like a, come on. Like, I don't even know how to describe it.
Come on. You.
Yo, chill.
Wait, sorry,
chill,
hold on. That's not what I meant.
Hold up.
That's cool.
You better not be doing that.
What I meant.
No.
Dude, I messed it up.
You did.
I messed up acting.
So bad.
You see, this is why I quit acting.
No, it's still the line. It's like, don't do that. Don't do that, Sandy. Stop it.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Oh, God.
But it's like, you can poke. Like, instead of stab, you can poke. You can be like, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't. Yeah, it's like, don't do that. Okay. It's kind of weird, but it's like, hey, don't do that.
I think I'm kind of getting a grasp of what you mean.
Yeah.
So let's say,
I'm not good at explaining things sometimes.
So like, let's say, like, I love you would be like, I hug you. I caress you.
A caress, yeah.
Caress, okay.
Caress would be...
Because that would be if I do it softly. Like,
yeah.
I love you.
Exactly.
I caress you. So it puts it into actions, so it's more easy to visualize.
It's called actioning. Actioning. Verbs, actioning.
So that's what they call it in theater school, acting or whatever.
At least my teachers called it actioning.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So they call it actioning when you take, like, a sentence that means something.
And describe it into one word.
And
how you want that person to feel when you say it.
To feel when you say it. That's really interesting. How often do you use that on set? Is it like...
I do it on every script.
Okay.
Like, every line. Sometimes they say to do one actioning word per line or punctuation.
Okay.
But I extend it sometimes.
Okay.
So it can be 2 sentences.
So it can be like, I blank you and blank.
It's like...
to you.
It could be like...
Again.
I love you.
Yeah.
But please don't do that.
Okay.
Like, that's 2 sentences.
Yeah.
Like, if you divide it. So it's just like, but it's still caressing because it's like, I love you. Please don't do that.
Okay.
So you're still giving the same emotion, but it's 2 different sentences.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
You see, acting is, I'm learning so much. I'm learning so much, not only like about acting, but also how to hopefully be a better director. Because that's always the goal, you know? With every project, I want to be better. I don't want to always be doing 10 plus takes.
It's a lot.
It's too much.
Especially
and
when
it's
you get
exhausting.
Emotion involved.
It's exhausting, and a lot of the time it would be like, I don't know what I want yet, and I discover it with the takes, but I don't want to always do that. I want to get better, you know? So like learning these things I think will hopefully help like describe, especially this actor sword. You know what? Wait, let me write that down also. What do you call it? Actionating?
Actioning.
Actionating.
I like that.
I don't know.
Actionating.
Assemble or whatever. But
it's a white, red, and black book. It's like it says actress the source.
Interesting. Yeah, because it sounds familiar. It's almost like I've heard, but like
you probably have.
It's probably very popular, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting. Yeah, but like acting, there's so much about it. Like I'm learning so much, and like, okay. Yeah, like, I don't know, there's so much stuff, and, like, you probably know this is just, like, however long it's been, like, 40-ish minutes of just talking to you.
Yeah.
Or I don't know, but whatever. Whatever. Enough.
Because to me, it's, like, this is normal stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm just, like, I don't talk about it a lot, but when I do bring it up, people's like, oh, my God.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
And you just
normal.
know these things.
It's like the first step that I take.
Because people are like, oh, acting school is so useless, why go? But, like, you learn all this stuff.
Teaches you a lot, like, a lot of people said that about Vancouver Film School for, like, the diploma that I did. But I'm like, it's good to go if you're really going to concentrate and do the year. Yeah. It's a very intensive year.
Yeah, I've heard that.
And if you're going to do it full send.
Commit.
Full commit.
Yeah.
Don't half-ass it.
Yeah.
If you do, you're not going to get anything out of it.
Yeah.
Like, I went there full brain being like, I'm going to do my absolute best. I'm going to put in the hours. I'm going to make the connections because you get to work with other departments, the makeup, production, writers, and everything.
Yeah.
My first production that I was in outside of classes was where I was Satan. And that was a production student.
Satan, the character you were playing.
Yes, I played Satan. It was amazing. I was fully red.
It's so cool. On that note, I want to ask you about that role because I saw some photos on your Instagram about just kind of you getting into the makeup that was needed for it. And it was like prosthetics, is that the word?
Oh, are you talking about the alien one?
The Satan one. Like you were like fully.
Oh no, that's not prosthetics at all. That was me. That was that was paint, like skin safe paint.
Yeah.
That they fully did up to here. Like it was crazy.
Because they had horns too, didn't they?
That was like a headband.
Oh.
Yeah. So it was my hair.
Yeah.
Because my hair was longer.
Yeah.
And they just like styled it very 50s.
Yeah.
Put a headband at the end. Makeup took 2 hours.
Jesus.
Yeah, I was like red up until here.
So I was gonna ask you, it looked very elaborate in the photos.
2
like
hours.
If you're watching this visually, I'll probably put up like a photo if Joti's okay with it because it was very cool. And you did that? Did you do that?
Makeup department did that.
Makeup department did that.
Yeah, because they get credits and they need it to graduate as well.
Right.
So like literally, it's a collaborative effort.
And this was in Vancouver Film School.
Yes.
So in Vancouver Film School, they like have all the departments like collaborate. Like if you're, I don't know how they call it, majoring, or you're just focusing on makeup, they'll have you do makeup for the people who are focusing on acting.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay.
So like actors, we're sort of like isolated in a way. We have our own building. Like writers are on one floor.
Okay.
And we don't see them that often because the actors are so loud. But production has their own big building. We're all like within like a block of each other. And then makeup has another building. So it's like a whole thing.
Interesting. Okay. So, but that took 2 hours.
2 hours.
Just
2.5-ish.
And was it one person working on you? Was it multiple people?
It was mainly one, but people would help out. So it's like she had like a sketch of what she wanted where.
Yeah.
And then she would tell them, and then the other makeup artist would like she would be doing one eye, they would like start doing the other eye.
Yeah.
So, and then eyebrows, and the actual paint was like easy, anyone could do.
Yeah.
So it was like everyone helped and pitched in for that first.
Damn. But 2 straight hours of sitting in a chair.
Yeah.
And it's from here to up.
Yeah.
And was it like behind and like how did it?
My hair was long enough because we had to do like just past here.
Okay.
But the back of the neck was completely fine.
But it could hide in your hair.
Yeah.
Okay.
So my hair was long enough to hide it, and then they didn't want to do my arms or anything. I was wearing gloves.
Yeah.
Really small gloves. They were like little T-Rex ones.
Oh my God.
My hands are really big. And then I had a cardigan over top, very 50s, like blue outfit and everything to contrast the red.
Yeah.
It was really cool. So they didn't have to paint as much.
Okay.
But we did it like lower just to be safe.
Yeah. I mean, it wasn't your full body, but it was still 2 straight hours. Okay. Interesting. And then, you know what? Because that like seeing those photos, and now you told me that you also did an alien one where you did actually use.
Yeah.
Is prosthetics the word?
Yeah, it's prosthetics.
Okay, those are like fake arm stuff, or not just arms, but like fake body part stuff. Okay.
Like they make them before they put them on you.
Did those also take a long time to get on?
Yes. Oh
How
god,
long?
that took the longest.
Oh my god.
I think about 3-4 hours maybe. And it was like it was
4 hours. That's basically like a full day of like work.
Yeah, it was a launch event
and
for
that's like
VFS.
A launch event.
A
Okay,
launch
so you
event,
weren't.
so aliens.
Okay.
Yeah,
VFS.
I was very Voldemort too.
Okay, VFS. We see you.
Right? And I had purple contacts and everything in. It was amazing.
They went all the way. Nice.
Yeah.
That's nice.
So that one, now after doing that, because I will do anything once.
Yeah.
I realized I couldn't breathe through my nose because it's very Dr. Seuss Whoville sort of.
Okay.
So my body acted like I was sick the next day. So I know never to do that nose thing again because they couldn't poke enough and I had to mouth breathe the entire day.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
No, that's so uncomfortable. You know, because and you said that took 4 hours. So the other one took 2 hours. This one took 4 hours.
Yeah.
It makes me, when I see photos like that, like when I saw, especially like it was Satan, right? Not just a devil, it was like fully Satan.
It was Satan.
When I saw the Satan photo on your Instagram, the first thought that came to my head was the Jim Carrey, like Grinch, like,
oh yeah,
like look, because there were, like, I've just heard stories about how he was in hair and makeup for, I don't even remember how many hours, but it was
so
hours of just getting the full Grinch going.
Yep.
The full Grinch get up and then being on set for obviously like long hours.
Yeah.
And like Jim Carrey, he always tries to be very like, you know, like very
upbeat and happy.
And happy.
Yeah.
And like the Grinch character, it does a lot of like fast, like cartoony movements, you know, like Carrey does that a lot. And he would have to do that in the costume. And I remember that there was like a behind the scenes like video, and he told the story about how they hired someone who was who was a professional trainer for people who were going through literal like torture. Like,
oh yeah,
I don't know if you've heard that. Like,
I see, yeah.
I don't know what the term was of the dude, but like he's like a professional for like getting people through like,
it is torture,
like literal torture, and they had them on set just to help him like get through it. And so like, how do you act when you have like makeup all over your face and you have like prosthetics and you have all this stuff? Like, how do you cope?
For me, like, it took forever, and I was getting bored sitting there, but I had a good time talking to the makeup artist.
Yeah.
Like, we had a good, lengthy conversation. Like, we got to know each other, and then right when you actually see yourself fully made up, fully in the costume, and like, I'm just like, oh my God, now it's time to have fun.
Okay.
I can have so much fun because I scared so many people.
And it gets you more into the character by seeing yourself?
Yeah. I'm just like, oh my God, like, because you see the character.
Yeah.
That alien that I had prosthetics. I've never looked like that. I never will look like that.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, what type of alien is she?
Yeah.
Or like, who are they? Why
you
did
your
like mentally at least.
Yeah.
Like character analysis.
Do the character analysis.
Mentally did it really quick because I was asked to do that event. I'm like, yeah, I'm available. Let's go. Yeah. I get paid. Let's go.
And the event with the alien one, you weren't getting filmed. It was just. I feel like I already asked this, but
it's just in VFS. It was like a launch event to promote the school to people.
Okay, but you were still in character.
Yes, I had to be in character the entire time.
Oh, okay.
And it took so long that I was only in character for like an hour and a half.
Yeah.
Because the event was basically almost done by the time we were done.
Okay.
And then it took an hour and a half to take off as well.
So the majority of the time was spent just getting in character.
Oopses.
Getting in character.
Yeah, exactly.
And getting out of character.
Yeah.
Okay, interesting. So, because were you interacting with people that would come to the event in character?
I got to walk around and do whatever the hell I wanted. I could go into any room I wanted. That was open, of course.
Was there food? Free food?
There's drinks and everything. We could take whatever we wanted.
Yes.
There's like literally drink, eat, like you need to stay hydrated, and I had to use like a straw and everything.
Oh my God.
A little girl absolutely loved all of us. Yeah. And she started following us around. She was like 8 years old. I'm like, are you not scared?
Yeah, like it's kind of spooky.
Yeah, but her dad's just like, no, she loves this. And she's like, I want to be an actor. I want to be like you when I grow up. I'm like, oh my God, girl.
Did you get her name?
No, I don't remember her name.
It's Susie, probably.
Probably is Susie.
Little Susie.
Yeah, little Susie out there. Follow your dreams.
Follow your dreams. Subscribe to this podcast.
Watch it fully.
Watch it fully. Joti's here, your hero, please.
Let's go. She probably doesn't even know how I actually look like.
Damn, that's right. Because like some of those people, like and that's an interesting thing about acting is that like, okay, well for me, for example, like I'm editing Lizard People right now, so I'm seeing you as Jesse, like every day for like a couple hours each day.
Yeah.
So part of me kind of registers you as Jesse almost, you know? And not to say that I see you as like uptight or anything, but like your face is so associated with the character for me that like it's hard to sometimes, like, I don't know, differentiate the two. And you see this in like in bigger roles, right? Where it's like Benedict Cumberbatch, sometimes he just is Sherlock to me. I'm like, you just are Sherlock.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's just, and obviously even bigger roles. You can't, like the actors from The Office, I can't see them in anything else. I can't. Like, it's just like, and I don't know.
It makes it hard to get other roles then because it's typecasting right after that.
And that's like,
why it kind of sucks.
Isn't that kind of like scary as an actor that you could potentially get the role of a lifetime and then be burdened with that role forever? Like, I
guess it depends because I get typecast as the girl next door love interest and it's not something like I'm thankful that I get to work with that and it's like it's fun.
Yeah.
But I'd rather do like villainous roles. Like that's my go-to.
Good to know.
Yeah, I'm like, please cast me as a villain in anything. I will do it. Call me.
Yeah, link in bio for your stuff.
Exactly, right? Instagram, come on. But like, I'm not too scared about it because some people are just like, no, I look at you and I see a badass woman. Like really authoritative, like heels on, clacking down the hallway. And some people look at me and be like, oh my God, you're the girl next door.
Yeah.
So it's just, I think it's perspective-wise.
But those are positive things. Because, like, what about the character, like, Dwight, right? Yeah. He's kind of a loser. He's kind of weird. And then the actor has to kind of always be that guy. I mean, he doesn't have to be that guy, but people view him as that guy.
It's hard to break out of.
Yeah.
It's really hard.
And that's
like
why
you
scary.
That's why I sort of take any project on. As long as I love the script, I'm just like, let's do this.
Yeah.
I want to expand my toolbox as an actor and put it all on my resume and be like, these are the things I can do. And then even my demo reel is different things I can do.
Yeah.
So I'm not like typecast or kept in a box, which I don't like. I don't like boxes.
Yeah.
I'm claustrophobic.
You don't like.
I don't like Santa Claus.
You did do a Christmas episode though for your podcast. You were all wearing Santa hats, and I was like, so you kind of love Santa Claus a little bit.
I just like the Christmas season.
But you did in that episode. You did talk about how you kind of think he's a creep because he's an old man.
Yeah. Oh my God, he just like looks at you. It's like, bro, what are you doing?
He sees you when you're sleeping, and he knows when you're awake. He knows if you've been bad or good. So be good for your life's sake.
Like,
or whatever.
Oh my God, bro. Santa, stop.
Speaking of the podcast, this little segue that you've given me.
Yes, a little podcast.
Perfect. Okay, Jodi, you have a podcast called Just Honest podcast with your sister. Let me get her name if I can.
Harjo Janda.
Yes. And I wanted to ask, well, I watched I think I watched the first episode. No. I watched the episode. Well, I watched the episode where you kind of like unpack a little bit of like society's issues. I love that one. And then I watched the Christmas one, as I mentioned, where you guys made gingerbread houses. Yeah. Which, by the way, I think I don't know. Those are both great, but they're both like kind of polar opposite episodes. Because one of them is like, I'm so mad at the world. Yeah. Like your sister was mad. Like she was like,
oh, we were so upset.
Like you guys were just like pissed, and like rightfully so. You guys were unpacking a lot of also past. Stories and past experiences of like misogyny and just racism and just like crappy things that have happened in your lives as women of color, you know? So but then the Christmas one was you guys getting together little Christmas hats and your sweaters,
little story times,
and you're doing like Q&As and you're telling like stories from like your childhood, and I'm just like, this is so wholesome, like this is so nice. Like I'm getting like nostalgic about your childhood. I'm like,
I love that. Thank you. That's what I wanted.
Exactly, and like that did it. And you guys are siblings, so you have that like sibling dynamic where it's like, give me the frosting, you gotta share, and then and you guys are like fighting over like stuff, but you also love each other, and you're like, aw. But remember, what was that story about your mom accidentally stealing an ornament?
Oh God, we bring it up every Christmas. It just like got stuck on her at Home Depot.
Wait, could you tell the story?
Okay, so my sister tells it the best because like I don't really remember it because I was oblivious to everything.
Yeah.
So we went Christmas shopping and we needed ornaments, or we were just going to Home Depot or something.
Yeah.
And walking through, and we're just like, oh, cool, this is really cute. Let's walk out.
Let's leave.
My mom was wearing a Punjabi Indian like suit.
Yeah.
And they have like, you know, you've seen them, like glittery and
I think
so
so.
nice. And like sometimes they're nets, sometimes they're cotton.
Does it
like
go all the way
fabrics.
down to like your
Well,
ankles?
the shirt goes to like knees.
Okay.
And then there's pants.
Oh, okay.
So like they can be like big balloon pants and like stuff like that. They're called
Okay.
salwar.
Okay.
So her chunni or like her scarf, like that's really long. She loves it long.
Yeah.
And that's where it got caught. So she was like walking past, it just got caught. We walked out, nothing dinged, nothing went off.
Interesting.
And we're just walking behind her as we do. And my sister's just like, Mom, what is that? Because it's just pink on like, I don't even know what color she was wearing. She's like, Mom, there's something on you. My mom's like, what? Lifts it up. She's like, oh my God. And we're just like, oh my God, Mom, you stole an ornament. It was like pink with stripes. And we're like, oh my God. We still make fun of her.
Oh
we're like, you stole, Mom. You tell us not to steal and do bad things. And look what you did.
You can do anything ever. You can rob a bank now and be like, yeah, but you stole an ornament. So
exactly, right?
You can't talk.
But we put it on our Christmas tree every year. No matter what.
We still have it.
We didn't take it back.
I mean, okay, wait, was it like an individual one? They had like in a bin or something?
This big.
It's probably like $2. Like it's not.
Probably. Well, it's Home Depot, so it was probably. What year
$30.
was this? Like
how long? Yeah, how long ago?
A long time ago, like early 2000s. I'm pretty sure 2006, 2007.
So you were like a child. You were like child.
I was 10. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a child.
I was old still.
That's a child, I guess.
Yeah, I was like a child, but it's like the fact that we still remember this, or we might have been teenagers. I don't even remember when it was, but like we remember it's like a core memory. We'll never forget. For years to come.
That was a funny story. I remember listening. I was in the shower. I like listening to podcasts in the shower, and I'm just like washing, and I'm like,
it's like yes,
like how could she not notice? But now that because I think I misheard it because again the water's running. I thought it got stuck on her ankle, and I'm like, huh?
It's like the scarf. Like if you look it
like
up,
it's a fabric. Like it's good. Like she's not gonna feel it, and it didn't drag or anything. It just like
it's just hanging there.
Like she was the Christmas tree that Christmas.
Yeah, literally. Right?
But anyway, I love that podcast. Like I want to watch more episodes. Like I
film more episodes, that's for sure.
Please do.
Listen, we got one coming up hopefully soon. We just have to have time to sit down and film it.
Okay.
So
is it always with your sister?
Yeah, it's mine and hers.
Okay.
So the funny thing is we called it Just Honest. Mm-hmm. Our initials are J and H.
Okay.
Joti.
There it is. I was gonna ask why the title.
And plus we're just being honest.
There you go. It works on multiple levels.
Right? It's like we're just giving our opinion on the world, and if you don't like it, you don't like it. If you like it, stay.
Amazing. And why start a podcast? Like what inspired you to be like, you know what, like I have something to say, or I have like, why?
I think for years I've talked to my sister, I've talked to my best friend.
Yeah.
About starting a podcast because I'm like, well, we're women of color.
Yeah.
We have a lot of things to say, and a lot of men pick up mics that have no right to pick up mics. I have a
lot of male podcast hosts out there.
Yeah, exactly. And I have issues with some of them, and I'm like, well, why can't we as brown girls start this?
Yeah.
Just brown girls, you know?
Just brown girls.
Like 2 of us.
Yeah.
And we're sisters, and we have a lot of life experience that maybe other people don't. Let's just talk about it and like give our opinion, because the way that me and my sister talk on that podcast is the way that me, my sister, my mom, and my brother talk together until midnight sometimes. We sit around in the living room just yapping.
Yapping.
Even if we have work the next day, we'll be yapping, just talking about society, how people think. Because my mom is sort of like the black sheep of her family. She's completely different. We've been raised completely different than our cousins and everything.
Like personality-wise, she's like different.
Yeah, completely different. She's more open-minded, I feel like. And she's very wise beyond her years. Okay. She's always been told that.
Okay.
And growing up, my mom's been very honest with us as well. So like about everything in life. She tells it how it is. That's where I get my brutal honesty from.
She treats you guys like equals, kind of. Like, no, you're not lower than me, but we're in this together.
Exactly. It's like we're friends. Yeah. Like I would say my mom is my friend. Yeah. Which is like a great way to be. Yeah. Sometimes she annoys me as well. It's like we have that dynamic.
Moms do. Yeah.
Well, we fight so much. My God. But it's just like it's over things because we care so much about each other. Yeah. But we're just like, why not put it out there? And my brother's just like, if you're gonna do it, fully commit. Yeah. Because he's the youngest. He's like, do it means do it.
Is he like a producer on the podcast, or is he just kind of like behind the scenes, like supporting?
Oh, he does nothing. He just supports.
Oh, okay.
Me and my sister, like I want to start a production company. Yeah. I sort of have one that I want to put underneath. Do it. Right? Do it. But I was like, I don't know the steps towards it.
Just do it.
So like I have a
Just
name
go
in
into it blind.
everything.
Yes.
So I'm like, it's cute, but because I'm the editor, I do everything. My sister just comes on and talks.
Would you say you're like the main leader? You guys are like equals on the podcast.
I would say I'm the main.
Yeah.
Because I do so much behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Because I have the knowledge. She gives like a lot of input because she has like oh my gosh.
Audio equipment?
Yeah, audio equipment.
Yeah.
Plus she's younger.
Okay.
So she's just like, but the thing is I do better on TikTok. Like I edit all of our TikToks and Reels.
Yeah.
But she posts on Reels and I post on TikTok.
Yeah.
Like I know the algorithms.
But at the end of the day, it's still a you guys thing.
Yeah,
like
it's definitely both of us.
Yeah.
And she gives a lot of input. So I just do a lot more editing because I'm self-taught. I'm not the best.
No, me too.
It's there, right?
Yeah.
I don't know how to color grade, which I want to learn, which would be cool. But
Da Vinci.
I know.
Da Vinci Resolve.
I know.
Da Vinci.
But I don't want to download that.
Industry standard for color grading. And it's free.
It's free?
It's free.
Okay, I like that.
And it does like video editing. It does like sound design stuff. It does it does like After Effects.
I love that.
It's amazing. I live for Da Vinci. Like Da Vinci, please, like genuinely sponsor,
please.
If that ever
sponsor
happens,
me.
I made it. Sponsor
Right?
Joti as a person.
And honestly, since we started that too, we've connected more with family, like around the world, and they're just like, "Oh my god, I love this episode," especially the Saki episode.
Yeah.
My mom sent like she posts on her Facebook and everything, and they're like, "Oh my god, go girls!
Yeah.
Like, you're doing amazing!" And everyone's just like commenting or like calling us and being like, "I saw your episode; it's really cool.
Yeah.
You guys are doing good. Keep up the good work."
Yeah.
Or sometimes they say, "Oh, Harja was talking too much on this one. Joti was a little bit quieter."
They'll give like feedback.
Yeah, they'll give feedback, and I'm
Damn.
like, just wait till the next one. It's fine.
Yeah.
I'll be talking more. Don't you worry, okay? Like, just wait and watch, man. So now it's like I yap a lot more. My sister's just sort of there, but like, yeah, it's a lot of fun. We just, that's why we just started. We were like, we got things to say. We got our own opinions.
Yeah.
People can listen to us.
Yeah, and I feel like that's a good thing. Like, I feel like the idea that like women shouldn't take up space, we should be quiet and small. You guys talked about this on that episode of like deconstructing the. Or, is there a shorter title for that?
I have no idea. I just made it so long. It's like talking,
society. The society episode.
The
Society. The society episode.
Yeah.
And you guys kind of talked about how like the idea of like wanting women to always be skinny and petite and small is to more just keep us weak and like not be able to like. And like like I feel like that's also a little bit of why I want to do the podcast. You know, like as a woman myself, and why I even want to do stand up, because like I'll go to stand up shows and it's always like 90% dudes. Yesterday I went to one, like 99% dudes.
Dude.
And I'm like, you know what? Like, sure, like have your thing, of course, but I want to go up and I want to represent a bit, and I want to like, I don't know, like, because it was only one woman yesterday went up, and I was like, I wish I got up with her. Like, I wish I was there too.
Yeah, because representation matters.
It does.
Like so many different types.
Yeah.
It's like, why not?
There are so many people outside of
I know.
They're like watching us. That happens every episode. People will like watch us like record, and I'm just like, we're doing a podcast in the podcast room. Like it's like
surprise.
It's a normal thing to do. We're not the weird ones here. You're weird for watching us. Anyway, they don't care.
Okay, I'm used to being watched, so I'm like, as an actor.
In a good way. In a good way.
Let's go.
In a good way.
Sometimes a bad way. It depends.
You take it with the good, you know. You can't.
Yeah, it's a hit or miss depending on the people. So
yeah,
it is what it is.
What was I gonna say before a bunch of people rudely interrupted our episode? I'll just make eye contact with one of them.
Yourself, man. Stop looking at them, Sandy. You're gonna make them look in here and come in here right now.
That's true. They're gonna kick us out. Oh my god. Okay, what was I gonna say? I was gonna say something.
Oh, no. I'll come back to you.
They did this to me. Here's a question. Are there any podcasts that kind of inspired you to do the podcast, or just any podcast you love and would like to recommend?
Ooh, Rotten Mango. Stephanie Sue. She does true crime as well as I think she mostly does true crime.
Rotten Mango.
And she does her research. She like gives the space for the victims, and I absolutely love that.
So it's not just profiting off their trauma. It's like helping.
She like wants to get their stories out there, and it's stories that are still happening.
Yeah.
As well. Like, actually, it's been a while since I like listened to her, but there's like a recent thing that happened where some people have passed away in like the woods and they were missing for a bit and everything. She's like covering that.
Okay.
And being like, we need to open this up. Like, why is this happening? Why are authorities not taking this more seriously?
Well, she's not just telling the story; she's advocating for
Thank
more
you.
to
Advocating.
be done. Oh, yeah.
Yes, exactly. And like things to be opened up again, or like to be taken seriously.
Yeah.
And like she uplifts like communities that are not taken seriously.
Yeah.
So I absolutely love her.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Okay, and that's called Rotten Mango.
Yes.
Spotify?
Spotify, Apple Music, or podcasts or whatever, wherever, even on YouTube and stuff.
Nice, amazing. Well, here's another question.
Yeah.
I'll just go down my list of
Go for
questions.
it.
Because, like, okay, I always write questions for the podcast because your podcast and mine are a bit different in the way that yours is like a free flow.
Yeah.
Do you have questions for do you?
I usually do my research as well as like pages upon pages.
How do you typically prep for a podcast episode?
I do bullet points and I go through and just write down like the most interesting, and I'll just bring it up to my sister, be like, "Can you believe?" And
like things you've heard in the past, or like stuff that's happening on social media.
I research.
Do you research? Because I research the guest. That's where my research goes. How do you? Because you know your sister.
Because we do like, so if we did a podcast on like an episode on the Appalachian Mountains. So I'm like, because it's interesting, it's so cool.
Yeah.
And it's like a whole region. So I'm like, okay, what are the Appalachian Mountains? Where does it begin? Where does it end? What's the expansion?
Yeah.
What are the legends behind it? What are the myths? Because we talked about the Mothman a lot.
The Mothman.
Yeah, we got a thing for the Mothman apparently.
Ask you about that later.
Yeah, so you got to watch the episode. But even like Bigfoot and stuff, we're just like, we didn't touch upon Bigfoot, but it's like there's a bunch of legends and it's just things that pique my interest.
Yeah.
And I pitch it to her. I'm like, hey, what if we did this?
Okay.
And then she's just like, no, that's stupid.
Oh.
Or,
you're like, oh, okay.
Or I'm just like, no, but listen.
Okay.
Like I convince her, or she'll come up to me, like her was the Christmas episode. She's like, what if we do a Q&A, like a cute Q&A?
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, you get the questions and we'll do that. Like, what do you want to do? And we just go from there. Mine is like the research base. I have like a bunch in
journalism.
The work. Yeah, I love it. I was going to go into it, but I decided not to.
Oh my God, psychology, journalism.
Yeah, I know,
like
right?
all your
it's
like past lives.
And I just like supernatural, paranormal things. So it's like we have a lot more going on behind the scenes that we're like, okay, we're not going to touch upon that right now.
Yeah.
But the next episode might be something paranormal.
Ooh, like the next one that's coming up. Oh my God.
We have everything like planned out. It's gonna be like it's probably gonna be short, but we're both into the paranormal and supernatural.
Yeah.
And especially like, do you know who Lois Lane is?
That's I say that about everything.
She's
even
like,
things that
she's
aren't
an American YouTuber and she does like paranormal, supernatural stuff.
Okay.
And she like streams mostly. So like she does just like her streams and I watch it and I'm just like, oh my God, that's so cool.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, like let's go more into this topic.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Interesting.
Just do that. And then I'm like, here's episode 11.
Yeah.
And this is what I want to research. And sometimes we just move things around, like episodes switch. Like there's a bunch that we had a whole thing about like the political environment going on in the US and in Canada in extension. And then that kept getting pushed back because after the election that happened, November. And then I'm like, well, shit's hitting the fan right now.
Yeah, you gotta wait till things settle down, and then you're gonna be like,
It's been like 4 or 5 months. Going into that, and I'm like, okay, there's like way too much.
Yeah.
How are we gonna divide this?
Yeah, I guess 2-parters.
Yeah, because it's probably gonna be the second episode of unraveling the world that we live in. So like,
excited! I love the first one. So
I'm like the second one is gonna be very political, even though I don't like getting political because it causes a lot, but the thing is, we want to stir the waters. We want to. I mean,
you have the option, and like, again, there are so many women around the world that have no like voice, cannot speak. So like, exactly the fact that we can, I guess we should use it as much as we can, like while we still can.
Right. There's a whole like Palestinian thing that went on as well.
Yeah.
Like, it's part of that episode, and I'm just like, well. Like, there's just so much, and I'm like, oh my God.
And these are all plans for your next, like coming up
year.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's just like we're gonna get to it eventually, but I'm just like, we need to sit down and figure out exactly how far we're willing to take it.
Yeah. Because
we did get a bit of backlash, especially for the women episode, talking about being stalked and everything.
I feel like it needed to be said, though.
Yeah, and it was men coming at us. And
okay.
I'm like, okay, bye. I don't care.
Well, on that note then, you have a bunch of ideas for future podcast episodes coming out. What else do you have coming up as like in general? You as an actor, you as an artist?
Right now, I'm in a play that's going to come out in April. I don't know where it's being performed.
What's the play? Are you allowed to say?
I think I'm allowed to say.
Okay.
It's like a South Asian? Yeah, South Asian queer representation. So it's like a little sibling moment.
Yeah.
So like I'm like the queer younger sibling.
Yeah.
The girl, and then there's like 2 older brothers, and it's like exploring a family dynamic through that.
Yeah.
And it's just like the 3 of us on stage.
Incredible.
We're gonna start rehearsals this week, so
exciting. So people can go watch that in April.
yes.
Okay. What else? What else do you got?
So far, just that.
Nice.
But I also
that and podcast.
And then I have a few short films that I want to put up, and I'm saving money for.
Yeah.
So I'm able to pay people or pay for food at least.
Like you have like in the planning to produce.
Yes.
Nice.
Like
okay.
I've already written them. I just have to sort of transfer like one short story into a script and everything.
Yeah.
But I don't know anything about the behind the scenes pre-production at all. Okay, cool.
I got you.
Me? Okay, perfect.
I got you. Don't even have to say anything. I got
Sorry,
you.
I'm cold.
I'm
I'm like, sorry, I'm cold. No, because I'm like, that's why I'm making connections.
Yeah.
I didn't know anyone in Calgary.
I got you.
So I'm like,
I got you. You help so much for again, your patience for like a million takes.
You're good.
I got you.
Don't you worry about it.
But
if
now,
I was annoyed, I would have walked off.
Oh God. If you did that, I would have been like, oh no. I would have never let it down.
It's like, Sandy, I gotta go. I'm so sorry.
My grandma.
My dog.
My actual grandma.
Died, but
like,
I don't even have a dog.
And I'm like, oh no.
Sorry, I gotta go to like California. My dog died in California. You'll never see me.
So many details for no reason. Anyway, do you have anything to plug before we go? I think my camera's right about to like.
Oh my gosh, I have no idea. Instagram, TikTok. If you, I don't know. TikTok, I just do stupid stuff. Podcast.
Okay, you know what? Fuck it. I'm just gonna continue with the audio. They're mad, like, yeah.
Okay, well, yeah, you can. I'll give you my links and stuff. It's like you can check them out.
Yeah, now that we're like, I was kind of rushing, man. Like now that like I was scared about this doesn't matter. And you're like, I'm gonna get rid of the timer. Like now that it's just an audio medium, fuck this, man. Like you can now like go into depth about everything. So tell me, how can people find you?
You can find me on Instagram, just my name, Joti Janda. I don't have
How do you spell it?
JotiJanda.
Beautiful.
Joti Janda. ASMR moment there.
You cut it. I wonder if that's like hurting the mic.
I have no idea. Oh, yeah, it is.
Oh.
Is it?
Peaking? Oh, it's not even
if
peaking.
If you hit at the top, it peaks.
I'm worried that like, is it peaking when I...
Oh, yeah.
Okay, whatever.
We're loud. Listen, I'm Punjabi and you're Latina. Like,
yeah, we're gonna be loud.
We're gonna be loud. We're
like,
never calm.
Like, I'm sorry. I don't know why I keep looking over the camera. It's no longer relevant.
Yeah, just follow me on there. If you want to follow my TikTok, I can give you that, but it's mostly like dance videos or fashion videos. So,
that's so cool.
Yeah.
Do you want to plug that too?
It's Annoying Jules.
I know. I found that too.
You found it?
Bro, I found everything.
No!
Your IMDb, your
yeah,
TikTok, your YouTube, your Instagram, obviously.
How did you find my TikTok?
So basically, when you save stuff from TikTok, it'll have it like in the corner, and then you put it on one of your stories,
yeah.
And I stalked your entire Instagram, and I went from there, searched it up, and now I got you.
Damn, bro. Okay. Well, you can see my cringe video.
Perfect.
I just post whatever. I don't care about cringe, honestly. And then Just Honest podcast, that's on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram. Follow, watch the stuff if you want. I looked at the comments. I'm like,
yeah, we're like, look at this is usually when you would look at the camera to like be like, hey everyone, but now it's ruined. Damn it, this episode went way longer than all my other episodes.
Oh, I'm telling you, I can yap for days.
And it was so interesting. Like, I love this episode, Jodi. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Is
Thanks for having me.
Of course, like thank you so much. Like again, you are such an interesting person, and I'm so lucky. Like,
oh my god, I'm lucky to know you as well. Like I love having these connections because I never had it before.
You rub your hands together.
Let's go.
But yeah, like. It's so, because again, like acting has such like a weird reputation that's like, oh, it's like so stupid. Everyone that works in it is so vain, and it's not a real work. It's not a real thing to learn. But like, this conversation has truly like put into perspective that there are so many things that you can like learn about acting, and so many things that you can learn in acting that can also then benefit you in your psychology, like unconsciously as a person.
Just in real life.
Yeah.
Walking around.
Incredible.
Like you just view things in a different way.
Yeah.
Also, in the vein thing, I do care about my looks, but at the same time, I don't care what I look like on camera. Too many people care about that. And if you care about that too much, it's not art. For me, that's not acting.
It's about the emotion.
Yeah, it's like, get ugly.
Yeah.
Get super ugly. The worse you look, the better the performance and better the result will be.
Yeah.
Like in editing and everything.
Yeah.
So
amazing. Your final words. Your final like advice.
Yes.
Amazing.
Give it all. Give it your all. Everything you do. Except for murder. Don't murder people.
Unless it's for a role.
Yeah, it's fake.
It's fake. Yeah.
Fake murder.
We don't condone murder on this podcast.
We don't. I don't want the police coming after me. Gosh. I'm probably on a lot of lists right now.
Oh God.
The amount of research I do and what I research, trust me, I'm on a list.
That's a good point. Like I'll be writing like like my last film was about like a murder, and so I'd be like, fastest way to kill someone.
Yeah, I'm giving it a couple months until, because I have a few projects that I've written. I have a murder mystery that's coming up that I want to write about.
Yeah.
And I'm giving it a bit so I don't spike any red flags.
Okay. Okay. I never know how to end these, and I mean technically we're already done.
Yeah, this like
the camera cut us off. The camera was like, "You're done." Like the camera cut us off.
Stop. God.
But we just keep going. We're still going. Oh God. Okay. Enough of this. Joti, thank you so much for coming on the Golden Bohemians podcast. It was an absolute pleasure.
English.
English is hard, as we mentioned. It was an absolute pleasure to have you, and I'm so excited to see what else you have in the works. And Lizard People will be done soon, so it's like it is actually pretty close.
I'm excited. Thanks for having me. I was telling everyone, it's like, oh my God, I'm gonna go on my friend's podcast. Let's go. So I'll let them know about it.
Okay. Anyway, I never know how to end these things.
Okay, bye. I'll see
bye.
you next time. Well, I won't see you next time.
I'll see you next time.
I will be the second host of this podcast.
You replace me. You're like.